Gracie, tell us a little bit about your summer so far. What have you been up to? Any plans for vacation?
Yeah, I've just been training at my old facility during the summer and being on the ice 4 times a week. And then a former girl from the academy, I've been training with her and then just like hanging out with like friends and family. I've been to Vancouver Island a few times and just like little trips here and there, but nothing like huge planned until I come down to Arizona.
Okay, well, that sounds super fun, even though, nothing big, but
Yeah.
super fun, super fun. Well, Gracie, tell us a little bit about yourself, about your hockey background. Obviously, you don't know much about you. I've written a little post that you got. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I started playing hockey when I was about maybe 5 or 6. My older brother, he played hockey and I wanted to be just like him. So I started playing at a really young age, but he's a goalie. And then my parents didn't want me to be a goalie. So then I became a player and I played boys hockey until it started to go to the hitting. And then I went to minor hockey with girls. And then in grade 10, I went to Delta Academy and then been with them ever since.
Is your brother like the big reason why you got into hockey, or tell me a little bit about how you got into the sport?
Yeah, I would say he's one of the biggest reasons that I got in, but my dad obviously like supported both of us playing. I don't really know how my brother started playing. I think I was too young to understand, but he kept like going to practices and stuff and I just kind of wanted to do the same. And we just played a lot of road hockey together and just playing back and forth when we were younger, and then I started to actually get into a league, and then that's kind of how it started, just like me, him, my dad playing just on like the road outside of my house, and just was like a super fun thing for us to do.
Well, describe your hometown a little bit. I know you were born in Vancouver. Tell us a little bit about your hometown. What do you like to do for fun? Stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm from Ladner. It's basically a little town in Delta. It's near like Tawasin, Richmond. It's like right in the middle. There's not a ton to do here just because there's a lot of farmland and just like small towns here and there, but it's right in the middle of like everything. So it's like South Surrey, downtown Vancouver, Richmond, Wasson. It's like a really good location. I don't know, just like there's lots of little things to do, just driving around to like the main cities to do like bigger things, but just walking around, swimming, biking. Did a lot of biking when I was younger, just like little things like that.
I mean, I don't want to assume anything because you're from Vancouver, but did you have a favorite hockey team growing up? And did you have some favorite players?
For some reason, I really like the Montreal Canadiens because my brother, being a goalie, his favorite player was Carey Price. And I don't know, I just really liked Carey Price as well. And just he was on the Montreal Canadiens, so I've kind of been a bit of a fan for them. But obviously, the Vancouver Canucks, my dad is a huge Canucks fan, so I just became a huge Canucks fan. And just growing up watching them, going to their games, it was just super fun. So I would say I'm a Vancouver fan.
Super awesome. I gotta ask because you keep mentioning it. Did you ever try to play goalie at least once?
Yeah, so when like playing like minor hockey with boys, you kind of had to like be goalie and player. So each player had to be a goalie at least once. And I wasn't that bad at it. I just don't think I liked it as much because like being a player, there's so much more to do and it's just a lot more fun. So I think I learned, I was like, okay, like I don't really want to be goalie, but my parents did not want me to be goalie. They wanted me to be a player. So it just kind of happened that way.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Did you play any other sports growing up? And did
Yeah.
you have like a second favorite sport? I'm gonna assume that hockey was your first.
Yeah, hockey has always been the sport that I've done with something else, but I've done it like almost every single sport. I've done soccer, basketball, flag football, softball, gymnastics, dance, field hockey, and volleyball. So volleyball was like my second sport. I played club volleyball in grade 8 and 9, and then when I went to the academy, I just kind of dropped it just because the academy is kind of like a full-time commitment. But I really loved playing volleyball and track. I like to run, not anymore, but I was very athletic growing up. I did a lot of sports, so yeah.
Okay, awesome. I mean, you listed quite a few of them, so I can tell. Transitioning to the academy last season, how do you think it went for you?
I think it was good. It was a lot of fun. I think I grew a lot as a player, being part of the leadership group. I kind of made me realize like how much of an impact I have on players and like our younger players. So it was definitely like a growing year for me. And I thought I improved a lot, like got my confidence, kind of discovered what kind of player I am from last year. So I think that was really cool to discover.
Obviously Vancouver, kind of far from ASU, a good couple hours away at least. How did you hear about ASU and why did you choose ASU?
I don't remember exactly how I came across Arizona State, but a girl from Delta, she played Delta. Her name is Tristan, and I kind of reached out to her just asking her about the program and just because I know her from the academy and just kind of doing research about that because I was just looking for the best option for me and I thought it'd be really cool to play in the US and so I just kind of reached out to Lindsay just to see what the program was like. At this point, like I was just reaching out to a lot of teams and teams reaching out to me. So I was kind of just looking and I just fell in love with obviously Arizona. I've never been there and but my dad goes there a lot for baseball and it's just completely different and I wanted something completely different like playing hockey in the desert I thought was like really cool and I wanted a bigger school like a state school. Like I wanted that like American school experience, like the football games and just that big energy. And I don't know, I just fell in love with like the idea of it and then it just kind of happened, which was super cool.
Have you met Lindsay or any of the other players yet?
I've like zoomed with Lindsay, texted her, emailed her, but not like in person. But she seems super cool and I saw that she's the Team USA coach for um the games out in Europe, which I thought was super cool. But I know Bree, she went to Delta, so did Tristan, and then some girls just from the CSHL, like the same league I'm in. And I've just been chatting to a few of them just about like where they're staying and like little things like that.
Do you have a committed major yet? And if so, do you have a dream job based off that major?
Yeah, so I'm majoring in psychology. Um, and I'm doing introduction to sociology as well. I've always been super interested in like the mind and just like how it kind of works. And both of my parents are actually therapists, so maybe that's why I find it really interesting. But my dream job would probably be like a sports psychologist, like being a therapist for athletes. Like I definitely want to do something in the athletic field just because I already know so much about it. So I think that would be super cool to just help because I actually have a sports psychologist and she's been super helpful and I just find it really interesting.
Going off of, being in Arizona, what are you looking forward to most about being in Arizona and living here?
I would probably say the weather is one of the things because being in Vancouver, it rains a lot. It's crazy weather over here. So I think it'd be a really nice change to kind of have the sun almost every day. And then honestly, just being a part of a new team and getting new experiences and just playing in a higher league, which I think is just super exciting. And then just the idea of university, I just think it just gets me really excited.
Yeah, as it should. My next question, uh, Gracie, obviously the team's going independent. This is its first season going independent this year. But what about you personally? What are you looking forward to most about this upcoming season?
I would say challenging myself with this new league and seeing how well I can perform with higher end girls and just kind of exploring that and seeing my potential and working out a lot more and just playing with older players because I want to be the best player I can be. And I think playing at this level will get me there.
All right. Last question for me. What else should fans know about you, and what do you think you bring to this team?
Hockey wise, I would say I'm an offensive defenseman. So I love to join the rush, move the puck up quick, shoot on the goalie. Like I'm very offensive because I was a forward when I was younger and then switched to defense. So I'd say I'm very exciting to watch. And then personally, I would say that I'm a pretty funny person. My friends have told me I'm quite happy most of the time. I don't know, I just think I bring like a sort of energy to the team dynamic. And my friends have told me that I'm really fun to be around. I don't want to just like say that, but yeah.